Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain TXB and today's the 18th of May 2023 and not much is going on in the world of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. The prices have marginally gone up, but to be honest, not much impact in the overall global cryptocurrency market. Now guys, there's this massive news going on regarding Apple's mixed reality headset. Now is it a legitimate news or is it fake news? To be honest guys, I'm leaning more towards fake news. I'm going to go ahead and give my explanation on why that is. And guys, there's some massive news surrounding Coinbase. And the news is that they have suspended Ethereum staking reward withdrawals. Now looks like this is a temporary glitch in the system, or could it be because of the SEC going after them? We'll definitely go ahead and explore that in today's episode. Now guys, this week I've been talking a lot about Tether USDT, and today for the fourth time in a row I'm going to be discussing some news regarding Tether USDT. And looks like because of the profits that they have accumulated in 2023, they will be buying Bitcoin. Now because of that, could it mean that the price of Bitcoin would pump up? I definitely go ahead and think so, so we'll definitely go ahead and talk about that. And guys, another news that I like to talk about is the user experience in DeFi. As a matter of fact, Uniswap did have a survey where they actually mentioned that the user experience in DeFi is absolutely horrendous. And this is something, guys, which I 100% agree to. So in the episode, I'll definitely go ahead and discuss what did the survey find out. And one thing, guys, which I often tell my clients, in order for people to switch from current existing systems to newer systems or to newer applications, the newer application or systems or protocol needs to have a 10 times better user experience or they just will not cut it. We'll definitely go ahead and discuss what that news is all about. And guys, we also have some positive news regarding Bitcoin.com. And the news is Bitcoin.com right now has 40 million wallets. This is an absolutely massive achievement. So we'll definitely go and explore what that news is all about. So definitely quite a lot to talk about in today's episode. And guys, like we do in every Crypto and Coffee at 8 podcast, we're going to be discussing two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. And the first news is about House of Hype and the experiences coming to Dubai Mall. Now this news is more to do with NFT and Metaverse related, and most likely they will be live towards the end of this year. And guys, the second news is regarding artificial intelligence, and Dubai-based Wall First has started a conversational AI offering which has been powered by ChatGPT, and looks like, guys, this is the trend that will definitely continue, not just in 2023, but definitely in the years ahead. So quite a lot to discuss in today's episode, so let's kick start with it right away. Welcome to the Crypto and Coffee at 8, the daily podcast that keeps you up to date on all latest developments in the world of cryptocurrencies, blockchain, and NFTs. Join us Monday to Friday as you kick off your day with a cup of coffee and a deep dive into the exciting and rapidly evolving world of digital assets. We'll cover the latest news and trends in the cryptocurrency and blockchain space, as well as delve into the growing world of NFTs or non-fungible tokens and Metaverse. Plus, we'll keep you updated on the latest developments from Dubai, UAE and the wider Middle East region. Whether you're a seasoned crypto enthusiast or just getting started, Crypto and Coffee at 8 has something for you. Our expert host will provide insight and analysis on the most important topics in the industry and help you stay up to date on the latest developments. They'll bring you interviews with leading figures in the crypto and blockchain space and explore the ways in which these technologies are changing the world around us, from the impact on traditional financial systems to the potential for revolutionizing industries and transforming societies. We'll cover it all on Crypto and Coffee at 8. So tune in and join us for a daily dose of Crypto and Coffee at 8, and let's stay ahead of the curve together. We'll start your day off right with the most important news and insights from the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain and the Metaverse, and help you navigate this exciting and rapidly evolving landscape. In Crypto and Coffee at 8, the daily podcast covers the latest developments in the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain and the Metaverse. We'll also bring you updates on the latest news from Dubai, UAE and wider Middle East region. This also includes a range of topics such as developments in the local and blockchain industry, including new projects and initiatives, regulatory updates, and policies related to cryptocurrency and blockchain in the region, local and regional events and conferences focused on crypto and blockchain, interviews with leading figures in Dubai, UAE and Middle East crypto and blockchain community, coverage of any significant news or events related to cryptocurrency and blockchain in the region. By covering these local and regional developments, in addition to the wider world of cryptocurrency and blockchain, Crypto and Coffee at 8 aims to provide a comprehensive overview of the industry and its impact on the Dubai, UAE and Middle East region. Now before we kickstart today's episode, I have an important message, so check this out. Shalu Group, a luxury retailer and distributor which is headquartered in Dubai, are getting into the NFT game. And here's the deal, guys. They are not just getting into the NFT and metaverse space, they are going to be shaping the NFT metaverse and Web 3.0 space, which I believe is excellent not just for Dubai and UAE, but also for the global cryptocurrency community as well. And guys, Shalu Group's Web 3.0 sneaker brand called Soulmates revealed their first NFT collection on the 12th of April. Now what is really interesting is that it's called as Soulmates, so it's spelled as S for sugar, O for orange, L for Larry. Now instead of E, they have replaced it with Web3, and it is the number 3, mates.xyz. And guys, listen, Shalu Group has over half a century's worth of experience in luxury goods, and them getting into the NFT space is a massive deal. Now if you're a sneakerhead, you definitely need to check out soulmates.xyz. And once again, guys, the number is 3 instead of an E. It has all the information, and in the show notes below, you'll get all the information. And listen, guys, if you want to be an early adopter, you can also pre-mint it at www.premint.xyz/soulmates. So definitely check it out. And they have a Discord community as well. And guys, Nick, who is the head of corporate innovation at Shalu Group and also the co-founder of Soulmates, has a WhatsApp group where he constantly provides updates in the area of NFTs, Metaverse and Web 3.0. So guys, check out soulmates.xyz and be part of the Soulmates OG NFT that is definitely going to shape the industry. Next, Startup OI is global one-tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gov Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen, guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform and search for Rise in the Obstacle Course Race podcast. And finally, guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below. Now, guys, since we've taken care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. As of today, guys, the global cryptocurrency market has not moved a lot. It is still at $1.13 trillion. Now, since the last 24 hours, though, it has gone down by 0.39%. But if you look at the global cryptocurrency market, let's say via coin market cap, all of the coins are looking green. This does not mean much because if you look at it the percentage-wise, some of them has marginally gone up by 0% whereas some of them have gone up by 10 to 15%, and we'll definitely go ahead and give the reasoning as to why that has happened. But before that, let's look at the total cryptocurrency market volume because it has gone up by 11.95% and since the last 24 hours, the volume is $31.69 billion. Now, the volume of DeFi, guys, is once again ridiculously low, but it is little above the $2 billion mark, and as of today, it is at $2.08 billion. The total value locked once again is well below the $50 billion mark, and it is currently at $46.88 billion, with Lido still dominating at 24.87%, and its total value locked is $11.66 billion. And mind you, guys, prior to 2023, MakerDAO has always been dominating so far as the total value locked is concerned, and it used to usually account for 16 to 20%, but looks like because of the staking rewards, Lido is definitely dominating. Now, will Lido dominate the total value lock? I definitely do think so, at least for another 6 months or so. Now, so far as DeFi's volume is concerned, it accounts for 6.56% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. Now, guys, let's quickly discuss the 24-hour volume of DeFi protocols. Uniswap is clearly leading the pack, and $897.76 million is its 24-hour volume. PancakeSwap is at $623.38 million. Now, mind you, guys, PancakeSwap is currently working on Ethereum and on Binance BNB chain as well. Core Finance is number 3rd at $123.31 million, followed by Meta TDEX at $47.9 million, and surprisingly at number 5 is Trader Joe, and it is at $41.99 million. Now, guys, let's look at the volume of stablecoins, and once again, guys, the volume is ridiculously low, and stablecoins are still accounting for a majority of the chunk at 91.57%. And guys, listen, because of news regarding Tether USDT, where they made a lot of profit, what's going to happen is they're going to be buying X number of Bitcoins. So what I'd really recommend you to do is look at the 24-hour trading volume of Tether USDT in particular. I definitely do feel it might just be more than double of what it is currently right now. Now, as of today, 18th of May, Tether USDT's 24-hour volume is at $23.27 billion. Circle USDC is at $2.90 billion, and Binance BUSD at $2.01 billion. Now, guys, let's look at the market cap, 24-hour trading volume and dominance between Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, Bitcoin's market cap is $530 billion, followed by Ethereum at $220 billion. The 24-hour trading volume of Bitcoin is $14.3 billion, and Ethereum, guys, is well less than 50% of Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume, and it is at $6.11 billion. The dominance of Bitcoin is 46.40%, whereas Ethereum is 19.30%. Now, in today's episode, guys, what I'm going to be discussing is the top 5 used decentralized dApps or decentralized dApps. Now, mind you, guys, most of these dApps are working across multiple chains. So some of them are working only on Binance BNB chain, whereas some of them are working on Wax, on Ethereum, Algorand, and quite a lot of other. Now, the number 1 is Alien Worlds, and looks like this is a gaming protocol. But listen to this, guys. If you look at the number of unique active wallets interacting with decentralized dApps, it stands at 238.44 thousand. And this, guys, is ridiculously low, but nonetheless, they're definitely leading the pack for almost double the volume, because the second one is Hooked. And Hooked, guys, is linked to social media, but it is working only in Binance BNB chain. If you look at the unique number of active wallets interacting with dApp, it is only at 100.47 thousand people. The third one is Stargate, guys, and surprisingly, this is a DeFi protocol, but the reason why it is at number 3, because it is working across several different blockchain protocols. I think it is working on Ethereum, it is working on Binance BNB chain, Avalanche, Polygon, Optimism, Phantom, Arbitrum, and quite a lot of other. The number 4, guys, is a marketplace, and it is Game Trade Market, and the number of people actually using it in the last 24 hours actually is less than 100,000 people. To be precise, it is 96.79 thousand. And the fifth and final one, guys, is Atomic Assets, and looks like they're working on Wax, they're working on EOS, and some other protocols as well. And the number of users is ridiculously low at only 85.22 thousand people. And this, guys, is the status of decentralized apps. Now, mind you, guys, you need to understand that Ethereum has been in existence for roughly around 5 years, and this is a sufficient period of time, and you always need to compare this, let's say, with current apps which are working, let's say, on Android and iOS. And later on, guys, in the episode, I'm definitely going to be discussing some news regarding Uniswap, because they did actually do a survey, and they did actually say that one of the reasons why people are not using DeFi is because of the user experience. So we'll definitely touch base on that. Now, guys, let's look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. The price of Bitcoin has definitely gone up about the $27,000 mark, and it is currently at $27,384. Now, since the last 24 hours, it is marginally up by 1.61%, but since the last 7 days, it is down by 1.28%. Ethereum is at $1,828 since the last 24 hours, though. It is up by 0.29%. Since the last 7 days, it is down by 1.28%. Binance BNB coin, guys, is at $314. Now, since the last 24 hours, it is up by 1.01%. Since the last 7 days, it is down by 0.62%. Now, listen, guys, if you look at the global cryptocurrency market via coin market cap, and if you actually select the top performing assets, the number one is Render token, and it is up by 17.84%, followed by Synthetics, which is up by 13.27%. So let me give you a very brief explanation of what Render token is. Now, ideally, Render token is claiming to be a distributed GPU rendering network built on top of Ethereum blockchain, and their aim is to connect artists and studios in need of GPU compute power with mining powers willing to render GPU capabilities. Now, will that thing work? I really am not sure, but nonetheless, the price is definitely pumped up. Now, Render token definitely made some news in 2017, but unfortunately, guys, I don't see the trend continuing. Synthetics is number second, and it is up by 13.27%. And Synthetics, guys, as you know, is building a decentralized liquidity provisional protocol that any protocol can tap into for various purposes, and its deep liquidity and low fees serve as a backend for many existing protocols on Optimism and Ethereum as well. Now listen, guys, because of this news regarding Apple, what did actually happen is there was a tweet which was put out by one of the Bitcoin OGs and now an Ethereum maximalist, and he actually did say that metaverse shitcoins are going to be pumping up, and looks like that tweet is 100% correct. Because of this news surrounding Apple getting into the mixed reality headset, Decentraland is actually up by 11.21%, and Sandbox is also up by 5.60%. So the big question, guys, is Apple mixed reality legitimate or fake news? Unfortunately, at this point of time, because there is no official source or source of information, I'm leaning more towards fake news or rumor. Now, the news is circulating that Apple is about to launch a mixed reality headset in 3 weeks. And the reason why 3 weeks is because Apple, they do have a worldwide developer conference, also called as AWDC 2023. And this event, guys, does actually take place on the 5th of June 2023. Now, what Metaverse protocols are going to do is they are going to utilize this news and they are going to promote it so that the prices actually pump. And that is exactly what has happened to Decentraland, even Sandbox, and I'm looking at Axie Infinity. It is also up because of this news. Unfortunately, guys, a similar rumor was circulating via Bloomberg in the last quarter of 2022. And what I did actually find out who the author was. I did actually send him a message via Twitter, and he did actually reply that it was only his opinion and he does not have more information about that. Now, based on the tweet that was circulating in the last quarter of 2022, Apple would have already launched the mixed reality headset. That thing did not work out, but could it be possible that on 5th of June that Apple does actually come out with mixed reality headset? I really am hoping for, but based on the information as of now, I'm definitely leaning more towards fake news. But nonetheless, let's wait and see what happens in the world of Apple and in the world of mixed reality headset. And this, guys, will be a massive news for the metaverse industry as well. Now, guys, let's discuss some drama regarding Coinbase. And the news that is circulating right now is that Coinbase is suspending Ethereum staking reward withdrawals, and Coinbase did actually mention via the website that they have temporarily paused Ethereum staking reward payouts as they're working to resolve a technical issue. So what I'd recommend you to do is, if you're someone who is affected by it, make sure you go ahead and check your emails or look at the article that is mentioned via the website, or guys, just read through the article that is in the show notes below. Now, Coinbase did actually reassure the customers that the funds are 100% safe. Now, guys, you need to understand that the Security Exchange Commission is likely to file an enforcement action against Coinbase in the next coming weeks. And could it be possible that because of that news, Coinbase is preparing for potential regulatory action from the SEC? I definitely do think so. Now, Dailycoin did actually publish this news, so what I'd really recommend you to do is, guys, if you're a customer who's affected by it, make sure you look at the communication from Coinbase so that way you get a full understanding. Now, guys, let's discuss some news regarding Tether USDT, and this is for the 4th time in a row I'm going to be discussing about Tether USDT. And Tether, the company, which is the largest stablecoin issuer of Tether USDT, looks like they're following the footsteps of MicroStrategy to maintain its reserve. And Tether does have plans to strengthen its reserves with the help of Bitcoin, and looks like they are moving away from US-based government debts. Now, Cointelegraph did actually publish this report, and they actually stated that Tether USDT, because they recorded brilliant profit in 2023, 15% of the net profit is what they're going to be investing in Bitcoin. And listen guys, because of this news, I wouldn't be surprised if the price of Bitcoin definitely pumps up, and something similar did actually take place in 2020, and a lot of them did actually suspect that the prices of Bitcoin did actually pump up only because of Tether and because of grayscale investments, and looks like that rumor was 100% correct. Now, if Tether were to actually take 15% of the net profits and buy Bitcoin, it would mean that they have Bitcoin, gold, and US Treasury bonds worth $5 billion in assets. Now, mind you guys, if you look at the market cap of Tether USDT, it is at $82.82 billion. Still a massive anomaly, but nonetheless, it's going to be really interesting to see how this news develops. So what happened yesterday, guys, Tether did actually reveal its plan to invest a portion of its profits into Bitcoin on a monthly basis, and the firm did actually say that they would regularly allocate 15% of its net realized operating profits towards purchasing Bitcoin. And this news, guys, should be no surprise that it comes within a week of company's quarterly financial report, where the stablecoin issuer reported a profit of $1.5 billion in net profits. So looks like 15% of $1.5 billion is going to be utilized in purchasing Bitcoin, and according to a statement from the company, Tether will keep all of its Bitcoin in self-custody. So I'm pretty much sure because of this news, the prices of Bitcoin should definitely pump up. Now guys, let's discuss some real crucial information, and this is regarding DeFi. And this news, guys, is something which I 100% agree to. And when I have my Metaverse Everything podcast, I can definitely relate to this. And I've often said, guys, in order for a newer system to take place, in order for us to switch from existing systems to another system, the new experience should be at least 10 times better. So the user experience in DeFi is the talk regarding Uniswap. So what Uniswap did, they actually did a survey, and the survey actually did find out that DeFi must get easier to use to win overall retail customers. And this, guys, is basic common sense. And according to the survey, guys, many respondents said that they were put off by the complexity and cost on-chain trading. And to be honest, guys, this is absolutely 100% correct. And one thing, guys, which I always tell people is the new experience needs to be 10 times better and 10 times easier than what you're currently experiencing, or the fact is people just will not switch. And CoinDesk article did actually state that Uniswap's poll did have 1,860 US retailers who tried to give the survey, and Uniswap did actually find out that respondents were actually put off by the complexity and the cost of on-chain trading, which I 100% agree to. And guys, recently I've been looking at the 24-hour volume of all DeFi protocols. To be honest, guys, it's only nerds and geeks who end up using DeFi. You need to understand, a person who does not have too much technical knowledge, does not have too much information or too much time to spend into this, how will they go and use it? But this becomes the question regarding decentralization or distributed. If someone does take in charge, does it question the centralization of the protocol? And that is an area that is kind of like a strength, but at the same time you can also consider as a bug for distributed protocol. And this, guys, if you were to ask any Bitcoin maximalists, they would 100% agree that Bitcoin user experience needs to be slow and people need to take custody of their own wallet. So I'm really not sure how will the user experience thing be solved. And so far as Metaverse is concerned, guys, I have this episode called as Metaverse Everything. And the reason I actually kept that name Metaverse Everything is because via LinkedIn I saw a lot of protocols. They were unnecessarily connecting things to Metaverse. So I thought, why not have a name Metaverse Everything? So my intention actually was to put everything in the Metaverse, things even that are not connected. So it is kind of like a joke, but looks like, guys, these are basics that one need to understand. Now, guys, let's discuss some news regarding Bitcoin.com, and they are one of the OGs in the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency space. And the Bitcoin.com wallet celebrated a major milestone with 40 million crypto wallets created. And guys, since its inception in June 2017, Bitcoin.com wallet has seen a rapid rise in user adoption, reflecting the increased acceptance and adoption of cryptocurrencies across the globe. And it's no surprise, guys, that the source of this article is also via Bitcoin.com. Now, guys, let's discuss two news regarding Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East. And the first news is regarding House of Hype experience coming to the Dubai Mall. And let me try to give you bits and pieces of information of how it's connected to NFTs and Metaverse. Now, the website for House of Hype is hyper.space.com. And guys, the adventure for House of Hype did actually begin in late 2020 when three leaders from the experience design technology and art world decided it was high time to shake up the entertainment attraction industry. And House of Hypecast is a new experience opening in Dubai Mall that merges digital with reality, and it is brought to you by the same team behind IR in Wafi City Mall. And it's so surprising, guys, it's just 2 weeks ago I did actually go to Wafi Mall, and I definitely wanted to try it, but I did not go inside. But most likely over this weekend I'll definitely go out and visit IR. And guys, House of Hype features brightly lit rooms with display designed for effortlessly cool photos. It aims to allow people to experience the metaverse virtual reality in real life, and the theme park celebrates hype culture, focusing on fashion, games, music, and NFTs. And Alexander Heller, the CEO of Hyperspace, saw a market gap for digital entertainment spaces in malls, and the neon spaces for House of Hype aims to bridge the gap between metaverse and reality, and the experience includes NFT displays, gaming opportunities, and shopping. And House of Hype spans 100,000 square feet and offers a more hands-on experience compared to IR, and visitors, guys, can expect to fully immerse themselves in a digital world. But the big question is, why go to a mall? Why can't this be done at home? And this is something, guys, where metaverse creators need to think about, because the user experience has to be 10 times better than what you're currently experiencing, or else it just will not cut it. Now, guys, House of Hype is expected to open by the end of this year, and House of Hype showcases the future and the present, embracing cutting-edge technology. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this deal develops, because it does contribute to Dubai's presence in the metaverse space by offering an immersive experience. And the park helps educate and expose visitors to the concept of NFTs, that is non-fungible token. It provides an interactive platform for people to explore and engage with digital art and collectibles. And House of Hype establishes Dubai as a hub for digital entertainment and innovation, and the experience promotes the adoption and understanding of blockchain technology, and it attracts tourists and locals interested in exploring the intersection of technology and culture. And guys, House of Hope enhances Dubai's reputation as a forward-thinking and progressive city. So it's going to be really interesting to see as and when the store opens up. Now, guys, let's discuss the second news, and this is to do with artificial intelligence and more to do regarding ChatGPT. So the news actually is that Dubai-based Value First conversational AI offerings is now powered by ChatGPT. So let me try to give us some bits and pieces of information. The Value First website is vfirst.com, and Value First connects businesses with consumers over telecom, that is through SMS and voice, and internet through chatbot and email channels. And they have enabled 60 billion interactions in 2022 alone, and they have 3,000 global clients, and they have a score called a CSAT score. And the CSAT score, guys, is 88%, which I do believe is well above average. And looks like, guys, Value First has integrated OpenAI's ChatGPT into conversational artificial intelligence offerings, and the integration aims to enhance chatbot conversation across OTT platforms such as WhatsApp for Middle Eastern customers. And conversational AI utilizes natural language processing and machine learning techniques to enhance chatbots to communicate in a more human-like manner. So it's going to be really interesting to actually try it out. And guys, Value First conversational artificial intelligence services can now comprehend and respond to user queries more accurately and efficiently. And Erwin Kahler, Value First Regional Director of Middle East, expresses excitement about the integration and expects a more intuitive chatbox experience for consumers. And conversational artificial intelligence is definitely gaining traction in the Middle East and Africa region and worldwide as a significant aspect of customer experience and communications. And guys, last week I do believe one of the biggest hotel chains in Dubai did actually implement a similar thing. And guys, the chatbot market is currently valued at $2.7 billion and is projected to reach $9 billion in just a matter of 1 year. And the majority of organizations, that is 80%, do actually plan to adopt chatbots in 2023, contributing to the rapid growth of the market. And guys, the Middle East is expected to experience annual artificial intelligence contribution growth between 20 and 30%, led by the UAE, followed by Saudi Arabia. And guys, as a matter of fact, earlier this week, I did have a session about an artificial intelligence hackathon taking place in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. The Value First conversational artificial intelligence products have applications in customer service, sales, and marketing, and the integration of OpenAI's ChatGPT makes this use case more effective, enabling businesses to communicate with customers on a deeper level. And Value First conversational artificial intelligence products are already utilized by various Middle Eastern enterprises, including banks, airlines, and e-commerce firms. and the integration with OpenAI's ChatGPT allows these enterprises to provide personalized and engaging experiences to the customers. So I'm definitely going to check out because it's going to be really cool, spooky, and interesting at the same time. So those were the news, guys, from Crypto and Coffee Update from Blockchain DXB. In case if you have any feedback or suggestions, please drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Check out my website www.blockchaindxb.com, and also check out my website area2071.com that talks everything about metaverse. And guys, if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Now for the next few minutes is going to be Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. So let's get started with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. I have a question by Leah who asks, can you use ChatGPT to write white paper? I 100% agree, Aliyah. I'm pretty much sure a lot of the people in the cryptocurrency, blockchain, and metaverse world have already begun to do that. So to answer your question, you definitely can. And I'm 1,000,000% sure that people are already doing it. I don't see a reason why you would not want to do it. Now, very specifically, remember regarding the Ethereum white paper, not only the white paper, even the code, someone did actually put the entire thing on ChatGPT, and it did actually ask to identify potential loopholes and critical areas of fault. And surprisingly, Aliyah, we did identify what the loopholes were, and the engineers all over the world were really surprised, and they did actually go out and fix it. So to answer your question, I 100% think so. You can use ChatGPT to write white paper, but you also need to understand, so far as ChatGPT is concerned, it does have limitations. It does take information only till 2021, so it's really critical that when you're updating information or putting in information that you want to get out from ChatGPT, you give out information as crystal clear as much as possible. Now, could it be possible in the next coming years, or even in the next few months maybe, that ChatGPT is definitely updated and takes information real time? And this is, I believe, what AutoGPT is all about. As far as AutoGPT is concerned, what it does do is it takes information from GPT-4, and you can also create your own AI agent. And that, I do believe, Aliyah, can definitely create a white paper, as a matter of fact, much better than what humans can do. Now, what I want you to think, Aliyah, and what our listeners to do is think of artificial intelligence use case in a stablecoin world. And one thing which I'm noticing is, unfortunately, cryptocurrencies have not proved to be a safe haven during times of inflation, during times of COVID, and during times of economic uncertainty. Could it be possible that artificial intelligence on their own creates such stablecoins which go and manages all of these things? May not happen now, but maybe let's say 3 to 5 years down the line, or let's say a decade from now, I definitely do think that that thing is possible. Now, you might not like these technologies, but you love it or hate it, but ChatGPT is here, and it's definitely going to make a life 10 times much faster, or maybe even 1,000 times much faster and better. So those are my thoughts, Aliyah, regarding that. And those are the questions, guys, from Ask Me Anything series of Blockchain DXB. In case you have any feedback or suggestions, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Check out my website www.blockchaindxb.com, and also check out my other website area2071.com that talks everything about metaverse. And guys, tomorrow in my Metaverse Everything podcast, I'm definitely going to discuss if metaverse is dead. And I'm going to be looking at how is artificial intelligence taking away the drive or the interest from metaverse, because I'm noticing right now, if you go to coinmarketcap.com, they have different sections. You have cryptocurrencies, you have NFTs, you have meme coins, and just a month ago they also had metaverse, but looks like they have even taken out the metaverse tabs. So we'll go ahead and answer this question: is metaverse dead, in tomorrow's episode on Metaverse Everything. And guys, if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. And guys, remember, Monday to Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. we have Crypto and Coffee at 8, where we cover top news and information pertaining to Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. And now the series of episodes in Crypto and Coffee at 8 works is we usually cover top news and information pertaining to the price of cryptocurrencies, some major breaking news, occasionally short and sweet news as well, news that has an impact in the cryptocurrency world. The other two news and information is related to Dubai, UAE, and Middle East in the world of Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, You listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye bye.